Hey, it's Ryan at JRox.com. I'm here today to go through a brief overview of the template override system for JEM. Basically, this is the option that allows you to create and edit the different templates in the JEM system so that you can customize your website as you see fit. This actually involves a little bit of knowledge of HTML and web development, so if you're a newbie or a novice in creating and editing HTML and web code, we suggest that you hire somebody to help do this for you, or you can contact us if you like to get a custom template done for your site. So let's get started. First off, you're going to have to pick the theme that you would like to customize. So to do that, you can either download a theme from our site jrox.com, or pick one of the themes that are already pre-installed for you when you install JEM. To do that, go to Design, Manage Themes, and select a theme here that you'd like to use. So for the time being, we're going to go ahead and use the simple blue theme to customize that, so you can see just how the template override system works. What we're going to use is Adobe Dreamweaver to show you just how the templates work in JEM. So you can also use any other editor. You can even use a front page or any other HTML editor that you need to or that you're using. What we're going to do here is first we're going to make sure that we have our JEM folders unzipped on our computer. If you don't have this yet, you have to download the zip file from the members area in jrox.com. Download that and unzip it to any folder on your computer, and make sure that you have access to it. So right here, this is the actual folder structure for JEM. The way that the templates works is they're all located in System, Application, Views, Main. These are the main templates that you would edit for your public website. So as you can see, there's a whole bunch of different ones, and most of it is named for the actual area that it's supposed to be parsed and generated for. So for example, for the content management or the content area, it's TPL_content. For the FAQs, it's FAQ. For the home page, as you can see, it's TPL_homepage. Now if you'd like to edit any of these templates, you can edit them directly if you want to, but we suggest using the override system, which is essentially you actually copy and paste one of these templates onto the theme custom templates folder of the theme that you're using. So for example, we'll scroll down to the themes folder here, and we're using the simple blue theme. So here, simple blue, as you can see, this is the custom templates folder. What you're gonna have to do, like for example, if you'd like to edit let's say the login page, you can copy that and move it over to the custom templates folder here. Now you can start editing this with whatever you want. You can see here, this is the code for the login page. And you can start editing this with the code or the HTML that you want to edit, and just make sure that when you upload it to your site, that you upload it into the same folder structure as simple blue custom templates, so that when your site gets visited for the login page, it uses that particular template instead of the template that's in the system views main folder right here. It'll override that. That's why we call it the override system. Now as you can see, also some of the templates already have a override file for certain things like the header and the footer. You can just edit those directly in the custom templates folder for that particular theme. Some of them don't, like for instance the simple blue theme does have a header, footer, and also for the checkout header and footer. you can edit those however you see fit. And once you edit them, just make sure you upload it to that same folder so that it'll be used and overridden, and it'll override the actual template from the views main folder. So just to do a quick example, let's go to our store here. Here's our test store. If we'd like to, for example, just change the logo, even though that's not our preferred way of doing it, but you can change the logo here, but just by removing the logo tag. You can, for example, copy and paste that. Keep in mind, our Adobe Dreamweaver automatically uploads any changes to the website. So if you're using a different HTML editor, it might not do the same thing. So you might have to manually upload it using FTP, like FileZilla or something. Now you can see that there's a logo there that we've edited the actual header template for the simple blue theme. Okay, anyway, that's pretty much how the template override system works. You just have to make sure you copy and move over the template files from the views main folder to your custom templates folder. If you also want to edit the members area templates, you can also do the same thing. You can copy any of these templates over to your custom templates folder, and it'll be overridden, and you can use that as your custom template. Another thing to keep in mind is that all of our templates are pretty much 100% CSS based. So if you don't necessarily have to edit these templates directly if you'd like to manipulate how some of the site elements actually show up. For example, let's go ahead and go to this header, TPL header file for that simple blue theme. For example, if you want to make changes to the position of the logo, or where that actual tag is placed, we really suggest you edit the CSS directly. The CSS files are located in the themes folder under that, for this instance, a simple blue, under the CSS folder here, and all of the main style sheet information is in the style.css file. So if you'd like to edit a lot of the elements for your theme, you can do that using standard CSS code, instead of having to come in and make changes to this HTML directly. For example, if you'd like to, let's say you want to edit the background of this particular template, instead of having to come in and make changes to the template file, you can come in and make the change to the CSS itself instead. Like for instance here, let's just change this. Now you can see we've changed to a black, and this just uses changes the CSS file instead of actually changing the template file. So for things like that, you can do that. You can really make a lot of changes in the template using pretty much just the CSS, making CSS changes. So if you're going to be making a lot of changes to the template, you can use the template template override system. But if you'd like to make changes to the background, the images, we really suggest using the editing the style.css file, and using that and making sure that you're editing the actual style sheet for the theme that you're using.